Hi, looking again at the foreigner living in the Philippines. We try to get away from the other guys who are doing a very good job of showing you five-star hotels and white beaches and a life which is possibly as unreal to you as it is to me. We live high in the hills of Bohol, up in Burgos, very isolated. We've only recently been able to bring a car up to the house. We put a bridge in order to be able to do that, and actually made a road. But that's on other videos you can see. What we wanted to show you was that with our little truck, we have a little Suzuki type truck, what's called a multi-cab 4x4, and in order to stop it from being beaten up by the sun and the rain, the rainy season has now come, and it is brutal. This is what my brother-in-law Manarado has built. He is the expert on making rustic buildings. You can see that all of this is all natural timbers, which is just culled from the property. All of the posts are made from a particular tree called the tugas. And the tugas, in the mature pieces, the thicker posts, it's hard to knock a nail into it, right? So they put into the main supports, they try to do that in tugas. The others, and they know their trees very well. They know what's good for building, what's not. And the rest of it is all brought down. You can see that this is rope. This is rope that's made from the bark that was stripped off this wood. Now we can't actually afford right now to put the roof on, so the building is in abeyance and it's just braced everywhere. These are up there and will be used for main supports up in the roof. It will be a corrugated tin roof, and these have been stripped of their bark, and this is what that bark is. And here, in a traditional way, they use that as a rope. In fact, there are some very good videos, I think, on showing how the native use of this will make a very strong rope. The object of building like this is so that you don't have to go down to an expensive store and have wood cut. That's the whole idea. Yes, you can go down very easily and buy rope, and we actually do have rope. You can see some rope on my bike because it's very convenient, but in a way I'm sad that it is that way, because all of these, see, like this, all of these ancient crafts will in time get lost, just the same as it did in England and in the US. They will get lost, which is a little bit sad. But the actual carport will go forward, and it will be sheltered right into the eaves of the house. That's my mother-in-law's bedroom window there. You can see that's a very simple house in almost original condition from the life of the Torrejas family for 50 years on this piece of land. They built that house, everything done by hand on very simple tools. My brother-in-law made this whole thing. He made it with a few dollars worth of tools. I actually looked around, but I couldn't find the bolo. The bolo is like a sword, a long piece like this. Even that is quite crudely made, but the Filipino, the average Filipino, even a boy, will know how to use a bolo. A woman knows how to use a bolo. Everybody. It's like a universal traditional tool that's used. So that, a hammer, nails. The nails are the modern surrender to modern life in order to put this together. But there are many of these traditional homes that are not put together with nails. In fact, a lot of them will be tied together. They'll be jointed. They have special joints that they do that don't require so much in the way of nails and screws. Screws very seldom, because they don't have electric tools. None of this will have been done by electric tools. I'm the only one that has an electric drill, and I needed an electric drill to do metal stud work for that house on the hill, which is still not completed. So this is going to be our carport. It will be a huge luxury. It won't have a concrete padstone, not at first, because we can't go to that. As I said, we're not in a 4-star, 5-star hotel. We're not in a multi-million-dollar resort. We're just living an ordinary life. We have modest means. We're good. We're very happy, and we make what we can't afford to buy. That's why this port is put up as it is. If you look around, you'll see the workshop. That workshop was made by Manorado, my brother-in-law, and it's all in materials which are, other than the metal roof, it's all in materials that he was able to either get on the property from various trees that are growing all the time and being replaced. And those panels, even the panels are on spliced bamboo and then woven in much the same way that you may have seen our last video, which was about my mother-in-law making woven coconut leaf nests for chickens to lay their eggs in. So all of these bracing bars will be taken down, of course, and then the tin roof will go on, and we'll hope to have that soon, and we'll show you the completed carport. That's all from us. Thank you for looking in on our ordinary lives. This is about what it takes to live a life in the Philippines. It's not about 2 weeks vacation, never speaking to an ordinary Filipino. It's about living within the culture and learning how to integrate with the people. I have a friend who would not allow anyone to go through his property, and that's a foreigner. That's a foreigner's way to safeguard his home. So nobody would walk through his property. Right. We are in a situation where we are between, from our bridge up the hill to this house, we are between main road and the rice fields of another family, several families probably. They have their rice fields. They could go another way, but we allow them to come through. So possibly, even as we're talking now, we could have a motorcycle would go up and go through and go around, and they do it unobtrusively. They're not like Hell's Angels roaring through with their bandanas and double-barrel shotguns on the side. They're just ordinary people doing their work. And in allowing them to go there, it saves them a huge detour around. But one of the first things that happened was that one of the men coming through to start the harvest said, "Will the foreigner let us go through?" He spoke to my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law assured him, yes, he will. And I moved along with the culture. I didn't oppose that. Have to admit, I didn't like the idea of guys coming through on motorcycles, and I didn't like the idea particularly of someone with a carabao dragging a sled going through, but that's part of this culture, and I realized that it was important to be able to fit in with that. Now, the upside of that was to come later. We had a fire where, had it gone really wrong, we could have lost my mother-in-law's house. Guess who helped us to put that out? The people that we allowed to go through our property in order to make their lives easier. They were there for us, just like we were there for them. That's what integrating within a society, within a culture is about. Is that you don't come in, and I fled from the US because the life was too over-regulated for me, and I couldn't live on the money that I had coming in from my disgracefully low pension. So I came here. Now I can live, if modestly, I can live comfortably. So why would I try to change everything here to be like the country that I fled from? It's not going to happen. And maybe in the videos that we post, that we make with my wife, people will realize that when they come, there's no point in bitching that they can't get everything. There's no Home Depot just down the road. None of that is there yet. And I'm completely comfortable with that. I'll make do. Lots of things that I've learned to do have enhanced the quality of my life, quality of my creativity. I've learned to do things, and it has changed me. I'm not trying to teach the entire Filipino nation to be like the country that I came from. No. No complaints. I love my life, and that's what our videos are about loving life and about seeing things in the way of a different culture to you. Yes, you haven't got AC. Yes, you haven't got a lot of things, okay? I can't get strawberry jam. I can't get a lot of things. But so what? I learned to have different things. So I hope you'll look in again. terence.flannery@gmail.com. That's my Facebook page. You can see updates of everything that we try to do, because we've been on there for over 2 years chronicling our life here, our life together as a mixed culture marriage. Our lives are an open book, and therefore everything to be shown and to be honest about, all the difficulties, all of the joys. Have a look in. We also have a GoFundMe fundraiser, which is helping us with donations to do some of the bigger projects that we're unable to finance all the way ourselves. I hope that you'll look in on that. GoFundMe, once again, GoFundMe, Island Hilltop Community by Terence Flannery. Have a look in. Meantime, enjoy your life. Bye for now.